Hey y'all, welcome to the Hidden But True podcast, where we say what we mean
and mean what we say.
That part. First of all, how you doing today?
Girl, I'm good. What's up?
Nothing much.
Oh my god, deja vu. I just had deja vu right now.
Really?
Right here.
Stop.
I've seen this, but oh my god.
It happened already. It's already done.
Yo, no, for real. This is deja vu for real.
No, that's crazy.
No,
I know.
I can see. I saw myself like here and then looking and this.
Can you stop? You're looking at me like you're scaring me a little bit, but in a good way.
Yes. Oh my god. Because I can see like the deja vu was like my side profile. So as I'm looking at you, you know how you can see your own like stuff. Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, we're gonna keep that.
No, we absolutely should.
Wild.
Yes, girl.
We're in alignment.
We are in alignment.
Like for real.
No, seriously.
No, like for real.
No, seriously.
You know, this is the first time. Well, I guess like moving and stuff like that, I felt in alignment.
Yeah.
But I've never felt so purely in alignment.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think also too, it's like you're not doing it by yourself.
I feel like that was my biggest part. Because I did tell you, like, I wanted to start a podcast last year, too. But it was like, honestly, I don't want to do it alone. Because I feel like I have to do everything alone.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh. Girl,
well, we here now, y'all. What's up with y'all?
Hey, girl. Hey, besties.
I hope you guys are doing good. So today, our main topic, we're going to be talking about what do you do when you're too big for your relationships?
That's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a thing.
I feel like especially when you're like younger and dating, it is like crazy on how much women can be bigger than their partners.
No facts. Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
And you don't realize it. You don't realize everybody sees your light before you see your light.
Oh yeah. So if we're gonna dibble and dabble in relationships, what was your long-term relationship?
Girl, my long-term relationship, let me tell you. I was in a relationship beginning 18. Yeah, we were together, I think like 7.5 years or something.
7.5 years?
Girl. Yeah, it was a minute, girl. I would go out on a limb and say, girl, that was like one and only relationship. The other ones were not.
They don't count.
They don't count. Yeah, but that was my long-term relationship. So I feel like I grew in it, but then we also grew out of it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because you're a baby. Like
literally.
And you think this is your everything. You're going to get married, have kids, like all these things.
Yeah.
But then the older you get, you just start realizing like you not only outgrow a person. I think now that I'm older, I realize you have to change and you will change within seasons. Mm-hmm. So you can't be with someone who's not going to grow with you. If someone's not willing to grow with you, or if someone's not okay changing within seasons or accepting that humans, we change with seasons, that can't be the person for you.
Okay, so 7 years, well, 7.5 to be exact.
Just say 7 years.
7 years.
We don't count the good one.
No, 7.5. That's a lot. Did you ever feel like you were too big for the relationship?
I never felt that way at the time, because to feel that you are too big, you also have to have a sense of self.
Oh, clock that.
Because you have to acknowledge what purpose you have, what gifts you have, for you to see if you fit into this relationship with this person. If you don't know any of that and you only know what you know, I didn't know. I was in my hometown. I not only went to school there, I didn't move outside. Everybody else went away for college, so they got to know all that. I was a commuter. I worked, like things like that. So all I knew was everywhere around me. So for me, I just didn't know. Like, I had big dreams, but you don't know the capacity of your dreams. You don't know the capacity of your purpose. Yeah. Until you kind of like step out, you're like, oh, like you have to be challenged. You have to get out of your environment. I think towards the end, it's like, and then also too, when you're with someone for that long, you start conforming to what they like. Right. Or especially like if they have more of an advanced life, or they have like, you know, really demanding careers or future things. Women become supporters. We conform. Like you put your dreams on the back burner and you become this supporter. It's like,
yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. I feel like I like how you took accountability of basically saying, like, you didn't know that you were too big at the time.
I didn't.
But I guess that realization came after the fact.
Oh, yeah, after the fact. I think once I started exploring, once I started having different friendships, once I started traveling more, you start knowing yourself outside of the relationship, and you're like, oh, wait, you know, and then when you come back and the person still wants you to maybe be the same, the person still is like, what do you mean? You don't, it's like, you know, if you don't have the capacity of me to grow and change, I can't be in a box, like, girl, what about you? Girl. What about you? Because me, mine was TBT, but yours is literally was around the corner.
Don't do me. So, I actually recently got out of a 5-year relationship.
What? It was 5 years?
Yeah. But I'm gonna honestly be real with y'all, because we not hiding shit. On and off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on and off. But if we want to not count the offs, it was 5. Yeah.
Oh.
But ultimately, to be honest, I knew I was too big for the relationship.
Did you?
Oh, girl, I knew. I was just hoping he was gonna grow.
Oh, I thought you were about to say hoping he breaks up with you.
Oh, no. Honestly, I definitely left plenty of times because I was just being real with myself. And at times I would also like let him know, like, hey, honestly, like, I really don't think I can do this.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where it was just times where I would be like, oh, yeah, can we take a break for like a week? Or, hey, can you give me space for like a few days? Because I kept trying to like take space of like, oh my God, should I stay? Should I go? Because again, let's just be real. If you're gonna be with somebody for that amount of years, it's not all bad. Clearly, it's not all bad. If you're still there, it's not all bad. Do you get what I'm saying? And so that's not to down the person.
Right.
But ultimately, yes, I knew I was too big for the relationship. And towards the end, I realized, like, yo, if you're not gonna meet me where I'm at this point, I'm no longer gonna keep stepping down. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's not to say, he's whack, he's this. Is not even to say that. I just knew that he wasn't ready for certain heights that I knew I was ready for. Hence my move to Houston alone.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. I knew he just wasn't ready yet. And you know what? That's okay.
Right.
And I made that executive decision at the time to be like, yo, I'm going to have to let you go because I know you're not ready. And it's not fair for me to be like, oh, I don't care if you're not ready. We still finna be together. Yeah. We still doing this. That's fucked up. Because I knew.
That's real. At least you
he didn't know, but I knew. So I'm like, you know what? I got to be the one to do it. And I did it as amicably as I could have. And it's like, I don't regret it. And yeah, so I knew I was too big, but I just was hoping that he would also be big with me or meet me there. But he just wasn't ready yet. And you know what? Sometimes that's just what it is, and that's okay.
But how did that make you feel to be in a relationship where you can see that you're too big? Like that, you know, are you putting more effort into growing this other person to become equal with them? Like, how does that feel? Because I feel like that would be not just frustrating, but it would just make me, it'd be so belittling, or just feel like I always gotta, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta speak a certain language, you gotta, like, how does that feel? Because I feel like that's even, I think the other way is much easier.
Yeah.
Than, like, you know. It's like almost like walking into like a 5-foot box and you're like 6 feet.
Yeah.
You know?
Really good question. So you're absolutely right. In the beginning, it didn't bother me because, again, when I initially met him, very ambitious. So the potential was there. So I'm like, oh, okay, we share that ambition. So I know we're going to be good because we share that same urgency of it.
Right.
So, but after a while, like 2 years in, I started carrying weight. Ooh. And mind you, he didn't ask me to carry nothing. He didn't ask me. Ooh. I decided to. Ooh. Yeah. Assigning myself things that nobody asked me to do.
You were putting extra sauce.
Literally. Yeah. So by year 3, year 4, I started complaining. I'm like, yeah, I don't like this at all. And niggas is
but
like,
you gonna be vocal.
Oh, one thing about me, you know me, I'm a speak up.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, I'm doing a lot of the mental load, but he was more focused on the physical. And I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, that's nothing. I'm talking about the mental, the emotional. I would always say, like, yo, I'm not going to be 100% mulatto all the time. Like, I'm not going to always be 100. Yeah. And if you only going to be acceptable when I'm 100, it's just not going to work. It's not. But again, you know what I'm saying? But I had to be vocal about it because at first I wasn't saying nothing. But again, that's my fault.
That's not just you. I feel like women, period, we swallow a lot. Pause.
Not that.
But like we do. Like, and it's like we're trained to do that. We're trained to like, look, if you have a man or whatever, you know, you gotta be quiet. You gotta be. I will say there is power in silence. There is power in like you don't gotta say it. But we just silent ourselves way too much. Yeah. And it eats at you. You know, especially black women.
Girl. And it was eating at me to the point where I literally couldn't take it anymore.
Really?
Yeah. And then towards the end, like I said, it wasn't all bad. He started getting the hints of it. It was like, okay, I see where you're coming from. But ultimately, unfortunately, towards the end, it just wasn't enough anymore. Yeah. Because I needed you to be that 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years. I needed that before. You're doing it now, and it's like, I mean, thanks, I guess, but it's like, I need more now than I needed then.
As JoJo said, it's a little too late. Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
So that was that. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I would say ultimately, yes, I did do it to myself, but again, it wasn't all bad, and it wasn't to the point where it's like I didn't see progression, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.
And you have to give yourself flowers because you were able to recognize and be out. And that's tough. Because sometimes, like,
it's hard.
Girl, because a lot of times we like, there's not a lot of fish out here. You know, obviously you've invested yourself, your life so much in this person. So a lot of times you want to irrigate that investment. Try to see if you can, put a little lipstick on it or something.
Make it look cute. Put a bow on it. Wrap it up.
Also, too, that many years, I would say that many years with one person, it's so difficult coming out because now what?
Oh my God, that's literally how I felt after. I'm like, well,
that's difficult.
But I feel like me moving to a new city by myself, and there's so much exploring to do. To be honest, it just made it more digestible. If I'm being completely honest,
because let me tell you, you don't want to go through a breakup and still living in the same city.
Same spot. Never that. Never that.
Because then, even when you go to places, you're like, we used to go there.
Literally. So I didn't have that.
That's a lot.
I didn't have to deal with that.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. And mind y'all, I did this, like, I moved here in August. Y'all, I wrapped it up by October. Early October. So I was just, I just wasn't having it anymore.
Even when you moved, you were still...
Yeah, so it was like, you know what, let's try this again. But, we just weren't aligning.
It wasn't clicking, Steven.
It wasn't clicking, Steven. And again, that's okay. That's not down to nobody. It just wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. And...
honestly, that's like really good insight though. I feel like you would give a lot of women courage to leave, or a lot of courage... even courage just to understand yourself and stand by yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Because honestly, like, we have intuition, like, you have discernment within us, like, it's just that we don't want to face reality.
Yes.
Like, because it's hard, because it's just like, it's better the beast you know than the one you don't.
The devil you know is better than the devil you don't know.
No, that's the other one? I just know the beast one.
Oh, okay. I heard the devil.
It's the devil? We gotta go there. Beast is more a little...
yeah, okay, devil's OD. But... like...
I don't want to know the devil, period. No.
Period. Okay, but it's a saying. But what you said, it's better to know than not to know. So it's like, you know who you're laying with. You know what the person capable of. So it's easier to stay. You're absolutely right. It's easier to stay.
It's so much. And then also, too, we see it with our mothers. We see it with our aunties. Like, that's a whole nother episode. But it's like, we have seen it proven time and time again. And you would think we would want to do different. But somehow you fall into the same trap. And God is like,
Hello?
Are you going to be different or are you going to be...
Hello?
Girl, that's a story for another day, girl.
So speaking about relationships and obviously being in long-term relationships, were there any things that made you feel small?
Yeah.
So what are some examples of that made you feel that way?
I think some examples that made me feel small was especially because he was like going to be in like a high ranking career, I guess. Can we even say it?
Cause you don't want people finding him.
Facts!
you don't want people going to find him in.
If you know, you know. But you ain't gotta go dig it.
Yeah,
no. So he was going to be in a higher ranking career, I guess. So when I would go visit him in college, I would definitely feel small because it's like, okay. Especially in an Ivy League, you're like, that's the times where I'm just like, okay. Like, and I knew I wanted all these dreams, but like my dreams were more like entrepreneurial or like, you know, it just wasn't in the line of like what he was doing or the people around him. So those are the times I felt small. Or when I'm growing in life but he's growing educationally, there was like you just feel like, oh, okay, you know, like I understand how to do life, I understand how to pay bills, like I've gone through it with life with family and stuff like that. But then when you're with someone who's in the education system and advancing, getting masters, getting doctor, like you're just like, well, like, you know, and then you're going back home, you're going back to your hometown, you're going back to the house that you like grew up in. You didn't really get out that much. So you often feel like your life experiences outdoing me.
Damn.
So instead of encouraging you to find your own lane, it makes you feel like, am I doing enough? Like, you're like, am I doing enough? Like, am I going to be an equal? Are we going to be equally yoked? Like, things like that. So it's just like, or are you dumbing yourself down to be with me?
Ooh.
You're just like, because I knew I was not going to be one of those girls who like stays home and your man makes all the money. Like, that's not me. I knew I had high ambitions. I knew I was capable of so much. But God's timing and my timing were two different things. Yeah. Those are the main times I smelled. But he was a great person. That's not to dim the person. He never made me feel like, what are you doing? You're lazy, whatever. No. But I think it's those pressures you put on yourself watching someone advance. Yeah. And your advancement looks a little different or is slower. That makes you feel like, okay.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that is a wild, because I feel like definitely you saying like, you know, his career itself was like even making you feel like that, but it wasn't even him himself. It wasn't even him. That's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't even him, because a lot, especially like leaving my hometown and coming to Houston, a lot of the things we think and a lot of the things that are mentally we have put on ourselves or we've had family members put on ourselves. Yes. So even moving to Houston, I did a lot of debunking. Like even therapy, it's a lot of debunking. You're just like, who told you that? Like the therapist, like, who told you?
No, literally, where are you getting that from? Yeah.
And it's just like, and then also too, one thing she was just like, why do you think you have to accomplish all these things to acquire these relationships that also benefit you? I said,
no.
And that's the thing. I made it a reward system. I made it like, damn, I want this degree, I want this house, and then I'll be like, you know, it's just like, well, why do you think you only deserve if you only achieve? And I said, let me sit with that.
Yeah. Let it marinate.
A little bit. That's why I would take naps after them therapy sessions.
That should be leaving you tired. No, like, literally, therapy literally makes you tired after. Because I feel like what you're doing also is like you're just resurfacing all that trauma. Yes. It's heavy as hell.
And you're recalibrating your brain, your
nerve at the same time.
It's like, because I had admit, my first session, I went to work and like afterwards, and I came back, and then my next session, she's like, I'm very concerned about you going to work after the session. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Yeah. Girl, I believed her, because after that first session, I felt like I was there but not there. Yeah. Because I felt like you're right. It's like all those, it's like when you're boiling something and it rises up, eventually it's going to spill if you don't turn it down. If you don't control. I said, absolutely. You're right, girl. So she has to squeeze me in on the weekends. I would literally take like an hour nap after. Yeah. Because you're like, you just don't know what triggers how you think until you start having, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So that was just me.
Wow. Well, to piggyback off what you were saying, definitely being in a long-term relationship, there were times where I did feel small. And unlike yours, it was him. Because initially when we first, started talking, he would be like, oh, you're like, he would say things like, oh, you're doing too much. Oh, you're doing too much. You're like, and after a while, I'm like, this is me on a regular, like, I'm chilling. If you want me to do too much, I'll show you too much. I'm chilling. But I realized,
you're a girl, it's like, okay.
Right, and I realized it wasn't, no, I wasn't too much. It was making him feel small, that I was just being authentically me, and he's like, oh shit, he gotta do more, because he knew you're gonna have to meet me somewhere. You get what I'm saying? And let me tell you, that's how I knew I was too big for the relationship, is because
you had the language.
He said it.
Yeah.
But and again, in the beginning, when he first said it, I didn't know what I know now. So I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm chilling. Like, huh?
And that's gonna be a really good episode. And like, where I had a season of like studying men and how they think, so this makes sense. That's a really good episode.
You literally,
it's like, it's true. Like, they don't have the language. He didn't have the language to tell you like what he's thinking, how he's feeling. So he's gonna express it in like a completely different way.
Right. So I would say, obviously, over time in a relationship, I found myself trying to like dim my light a little bit, or maybe, let me double check with myself. Am I doing too much? But towards the end, y'all, I wrap that shit the fuck up, because it's like, why do I feel like I'm walking on eggshells? Like, respectfully, no. And again, it's not to down a person. We were way younger at the time, but it's like, oh snap, this was. It almost became a theme in our relationship, because I didn't even know what that was in the beginning, because nobody ever told me that. Nobody ever said, oh, you're doing too much. No, everybody always boosted my energy, if anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you're so right, because remember that story I told you? We were in the garage at like his job, and mind you, there's nobody around, and I'm just talking. I'm like, my personality, he's like, can you put it down? Like, you're being too loud. And I was like, oh. It's cars with horns in here. What do you mean? Wow. Like, I get it, you're in your professional, we're in the garage. That's when I was like, okay.
But hear me out. I know you said he didn't necessarily say verbal things to you, but you see how even that you remember?
Yeah, I remember. I was like,
so that could even possibly play a part in you even feeling like that.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. You're just growing apart. I was growing within myself and accepting myself. But he was growing like outside of it. Girl, let me.
So enough of those. Let's start talking more about like green flags and how we would basically imagine a life with a supportive partner, with a helpmate, and not throwing out little jabs. And maybe they didn't know it was jabs at the time, but ultimately it was. So what does a helpmate look like to you? What does a supportive partner look like to you?
That's deep, girl.
Yeah.
A supportive partner and a helpmate is literally an asset to my life.
An asset, not
a necessity.
Not a liability.
And not a necessity. And I feel like for you to know what that means and what that looks like, you have to heal. You have to enjoy your own company. You have to have your own life. Because when you're with a partner, like, that's an asset. Like, you're adding to my life. So for me, it's a person that accepts all of me. It's a person that accepts my purpose. Yeah. It's a person that can see the vision and see the dream and helps me to it. Doesn't try to, diminish it, dim it. If I'm like, oh, I want this business. Yeah, you're going to be a millionaire. Something like that. What are we going to do? What are we going to do to get there?
How can we get you there?
And that's a helpmate. Like, that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, and then also to a person who has their own goals, their own dreams, their own drive. Yeah. Because I'm a firm believer, if you are fulfilled in your own life, you do nothing but pour into others as well.
Because your cup is overflowing.
Exactly.
Period. So I'm definitely going to agree with you. I'm also going to piggyback on that as well. I would say what a helpmate looks like to me is sometimes just doing things for me without me asking.
Oh.
Because I'm a person that I love acts of services. So I love cooking. You gonna get breakfast, lunch, and dinner and dessert with me. Do you get what I'm saying? Right. But also too, like it just like going out your way, like, hey babe, what groceries did we need? Or even like standing in the kitchen with me or sitting down, like even minor things like that. That's what makes me feel like supported. And that's just in the household. And when we're outside, a helpmate, like just being protective, always having my side no matter what. Like I don't care if I'm wrong in front of people. You best be on my side and be like, no, she's correct. Yeah. And then when we get home, it's like,
get home in the car, but it's like, bro, you know you were wrong.
And that's okay. But it's like just being on the same team at all times.
I don't have to explain it. But I don't even have to explain it.
Exactly.
Listen, I could be covered in blood, but you better be like, she didn't do it. Okay. Like,
come on now.
And for me, even like to piggyback, as you say, from that, because I also do for others, especially do for my man.
Yeah.
But I want it to be appreciated without it being expected.
And without it being tallied. Like, who the hell is tallying this shit the fuck up? Like, did you want to do it for real, or did you want to do it so you could be like, oh, I did this for you?
Yeah.
Hello?
But don't expect it either, because it's like, oh, you're not going to make me a plate? Did you? Because let me tell you, that's a trigger for me. The more you expect me to do stuff, I'm not doing nothing.
My thing is, expectations with me, it's okay. But it's like, if you know you're not pulling your weight, how dare you even...
That's what I'm saying.
Why are you thinking like that, my dear? When we clearly not on that, stop thinking like that.
And then men don't understand, the more you put a woman in their feminine energy, we will submit. Hey!
Sir,
hey,
hear me.
What do you want?
The more
How do you want it? When do you want it?
The more you cherish a woman,
literally,
she will literally be flowing abundance into your life. Like, okay?
So that's a whole conversation.
Hello.
But no, helpmate has so many layers, but the main and basic ones is like, my dreams, my goals, my purpose doesn't intimidate you. It motivates you, but it also, like, you can hear it and see like, I'm going to help you get there. How are we going to do it?
Literally.
How are we going to do it? It's like...
it just sounds so good to hear that. And it's like, I know what's going to happen. Like, that, it just sounds so good. Like, wow.
Because, honestly, with these relationships, it's not that we were too big. You just weren't enough.
What Tony said? He wasn't man enough for me. Yeah. All right. So behind the buzz. First of all, you saw Summer Walker new special man, because she didn't say it's not her man. Her special man.
First of all, he high-key looks like that white guy from Babs. Reincarnated. Like, no, reincarnated.
He really does.
Reincarnated. I said, is he still alive? You know? And then I love the Pam Anderson outfit. She was just giving it, girl.
It was the pants for me. I really love the pants, yeah.
I think it was the hat for me.
Okay, girl.
It was the hat for me.
So, y'all know Summer Walker be moving on super, super fast. So, my question is to you, how long do you wait to move on? Because my girl, she be waiting 2 to 3 business days.
Not just her. I feel like Cardi, the way Cardi moved quickly, Cash Doll. Okay, first of all, Lori's a PR move. She does that on purpose. But the other ones, it's like, and for Cardi and Cash Doll, like, they were mothers. Like, their kids were not even 1 until So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I would definitely give myself, like, let me marinate a little bit.
Yeah.
But also, too, I don't know what their lives are fast moving. I don't know if I can really say that there's a time for me.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think that's fair. I would say for me, I'm gonna agree with you. There's no time on it for me, but I did have a moment where it didn't take me long, because it's like I was fed up. But yeah.
But what's the difference between that and a rebound? Because I did that too. I did have a rebound.
Don't talk me like that.
I did have a rebound. And he was such a nice guy and he wanted a relationship. And I was like, I can't. Because I can just see, I'm like, you mean I'm going to get in another relationship? I can't do it.
Yeah. At least you told him the truth.
I mean, I did.
All right, let's bring it back to Summer. So she did that podcast where she said...
She said she'd rather be a lesbian because she's done with love.
And to piggyback on that, she also said the reason why she wishes she was a lesbian is because basically lesbians move on so quick. Like they move, yeah, like they move in after like 2 months, and they see it as a green flag.
Is that healthy?
Girl, I don't know, but that's what she said, and I don't know. I feel like maybe it doesn't have to take that long, but I feel like after a long-term relationship, take a breather, take some time.
And then she always having babies with everybody that she's
with. Everybody she really does have a baby.
I mean, twins. I mean, yeah.
Well, Summer, we happy for you, girl. If it really is her man, do your thing.
She's doing what she wants to do.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what's so crazy? She's actually fairly young. She's like 26. Is she? Or like 27, I think. Or early 30s for sure. She's not old.
I will say she's one of those people who also like falls quick and hard, like in the deep end.
And she's an Aries, so I
will fault her for that. Like, if you're jumping that quickly, of course you're not gonna make the best sound decisions. And then it also seems like when she's in a relationship, she's all about that man.
I mean,
she's all about that man. So I feel like it also depends on like how quickly you fell, what kind of commitments you did. Because also too, like I feel like she said she wants to be a lesbian because she's done with love. Because also too, you had kids with these men, so you can't just leave. You're gonna see them. For a very long time. That's also a problem.
I'm not gonna hold you though. I honestly thought she was gonna learn after London. Like, come on. Like he really was just.
Oh, is that London on the track?
Yeah, London on the track. Oh. Like she really did too much, and the other baby mom, like it was just too much. So I thought maybe she would have learned by then, but you know, my girl, Summer don't care. Yeah.
And then also too, to even make it even more advanced, I would say even if you move quick, by God, you ain't gotta sleep with a man. Like
get have a baby. Like wait.
I feel like people don't understand that spiritual connection when you sleep with a man that quick.
And
you think you're gonna help me? It's not gonna help.
And then taking on the energy. Oh, that's a topic for another time. Nice. But yeah. Ultimately, y'all, that's pretty much what we got into today. So, Lucy, what's your truth that's not hidden anymore?
My truth that's not hidden anymore is I am not too much.
Period.
You just were not enough.
Period.
That's literally all I have to say. I feel like if anybody's making you feel smaller than you're in a relationship, situation, whatever it is, and you're not feeling your wholeness, you're not feeling your best self, you need to get out of there because you're not doing too much and you're not too much.
Period.
Period. Mulata, so what's your truth that's not hidden anymore?
So I would say my truth that is not hidden anymore is definitely just being more realistic with myself. Because I started off basically saying like I knew I was too big for that relationship. Yeah. As soon as I found out, I did leave.
Right.
But I didn't stand on business. Okay? So I would definitely say like just really standing on business and being realistic with myself. Because I could have saved myself that time. I could have saved him that time. But sometimes we just be like, oh, potential. But I'm going to tell you right now.
Be allergic to potential.
It's just not enough.
No.
Not enough. And honestly, y'all, it never will be.
Never.
Unless you meet the person like that, my dear, save yourself. But I don't regret it because I learned a lot. So there's no regrets. But ultimately, you know, it's just, I could have did better for sure. I'll say that on my part. I could have did better.
I mean, honestly, to make you feel better, at least you didn't exit with a baby. So, clock that. Girl, one thing's for sure, and one thing's for certain. Because that makes things difficult. Hey!
Sister Cruz. I'm safe. I don't care what nobody's saying. I feel like niggas try to do a little trappy track at the end.
Oh.
You're not gonna try.
Wow. Because then they know they can always come.
Keeping you for life in a cage.
And even a deeper listen, girl. They can always do drive by. I'm here to pick up. And then, you know, God is funny. That child will look exactly. You said mannerisms and everything.
Anyways, y'all, what's your truth that's not hidden anymore? Ooh. Tell us in the comments. And be fucking for real, because we not hiding over here. We told y'all the real.
We told the real here.
Okay.
Brewing hot. So like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on all platforms as we come out with different episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.